Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into Honorland on Big Play Sports Network. I am Max Loeb. He is Chef Zae. Final segment before the first preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, we're watching Shedeur Sanders. We're watching Tyler Huntley. How closely will you be watching other players on this roster? Is there any other offensive players that you have your eye on?
I wish I could be saying Dylan Gabriel. I think that's the most intriguing one, is the Dylan Gabriel aspect. But I looking here, I think Luke Floria is one that we should really have our eyes glued. It's so weird how it's like we're not just saying Luke Floria because he was kind enough to come into the show and sit down with us and talk, but it's like I see Edelman and Amendola in him. Every time I look at him, it's like if there's a short guy that's gonna make it, who you can count on to catch a pass no matter what, he's fit the bill. And that's something that the Browns have. I mean, we had David Bell a couple years ago. He was a guy that they were going to on fourth down, and after getting 3 snaps, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice to have a guy that you can rely on in any situation with limited reps, because let's be honest, even if Luke Floria makes the team, how many reps is he going to get? Anytime he gets his package, you know he's going to make a play. So I'm definitely intrigued to see Luke Floria. And then we won't see Cedric Tillman. What's Jamari Thrash going to do? This is a big opportunity for him to make a lot of noise. So the receiver position, and then Harold Fannin. How much fun can he be?
How much is he going to play?
Is he going to play? Right.
I honestly think the rep distribution between him, Dylan Sampson, if we're just in general, Carson Schlesinger, is going to tell you a lot about what the Browns think of these guys in their immediate win-now plan. If they're not playing a lot, that is going to matter more.
Do you think Sampson, because we got to see Sampson up close, and there was no real tell on what they wanted to do with the running back position.
I agree. I think it was really hard to tell because of the Jerome Ford injury. Jerome Ford was not fully healthy.
Right.
And he was out there for some reps. It was clear to see when given the opportunity, he was the first choice. And I believe he was first on the depth chart, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, it's
I was going to just ask you that.
An initial depth chart.
No, well, right now, the one on the Browns website, or under the scores on ESPN, you know who they have at number 2?
Pierre Strong.
Quishon Junkins.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not updated.
Do you think?
He's not even he's technically not on the team. Like,
technically, you're right.
That was also the same. That was the same depth chart that had Deshaun Watson as a starting quarterback. Does he still have Deshaun?
No,
okay.
Joe Flacco started.
But they had Deshaun as a starting quarterback.
Deshaun's not even on this anymore.
A month ago. I would take that with a grain of salt. But more importantly, like, I'm looking at the pass catchers, because it's number one, it's a matter of which receiver is the last to make the roster. But number two, it's a matter of how many you're going to take. Where is that last spot going to fall? Because when you're looking at a guy I just talked about, DeAndre Carter, going to be on the roster.
Yep.
Jamari Thrash, very, very likely going to be on the roster. Judy, Tillman, Deontay Johnson, all on the roster. Caden Davis is the guy who's been really good. He's been really good, and he's been running with the ones occasionally.
He's ahead of Gage, too.
Dylan, so Gage Larvadain, Luke Floria. To me, those are really the only two fighting for the last spot. But the question is, can either of those guys play so well that last spot becomes available for them? I don't know.
Well, is the receiver? My question is, what spots on the roster do they feel that they can maneuver the most? Because especially if you're going to keep 4 quarterbacks on the roster. If you're going to keep 4 quarterbacks on the roster, I imagine that makes the receiver spot a lot harder.
It does.
We know how much of depth that you need on the offensive line, seeing as though the past recent years have not been great as far as health.
This offseason too.
Yeah. So who are the odd men out? Is it coming from the defense?
I would immediately say defensive line because it's the deepest group, but generally speaking, you don't want to cut down on your trench depth. So probably not. They're going to probably take 3. So the way I see it, it's probably going to be 3 running backs, which in the past has opened a spot for an extra tight end or an extra receiver. Here's the issue. That spot won't be there if they take 4 quarterbacks. So I don't know. It's hard to rationalize 7 wide receivers being on this Browns roster.
I mean, it's hard to rationalize 4 quarterbacks being on the roster, so I guess it's only a matter of time to see what they do.
We will see. Do you have any predictions for the game before we sign off?
I think Shedeur Sanders is going to excel. Like, I think what my expectation is, he's going to excel it. I don't know why. It just feels like I'm going to get pissed off somewhere along this whole next month. I'm going to be infuriated because it's going to be like, what more does 12 have to do to prove to y'all that he's it? Like, I still can't wrap my head around how we go months on end talking about how this guy is a first-round pick, a top 5 pick, to magically falling to the 5th round, and all of a sudden we just are evaluating him different because of where he was picked, but just months ago he was being like, I can't wrap my head around that. So my prediction, 12 gonna cut up.
I like that. Well, let me ask you before we finish. If he plays that well and moves, like it's clear to see in terms of rep distribution next week at practice, moves above Dillon Gabriel, would you be happy?
I'll be happy when they stop trying to act like we can't tell. Like, it feels like they're telling us one thing, but our eyes and everything we're seeing is telling another story, which is why you have this weird debate of, well, they're trying to sabotage Shedeur. It's like, I don't think they're trying to sabotage Shedeur.
I think that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
That's stupid. You traded for I can get the business be slimy a little bit, but I don't think they're out there purposely trying to sabotage him. But if they keep trying to feed us this banana taffy and pretend like it's a Rice Krispie treat in my mouth. Like, bro, like, stop telling me one thing and I'm seeing the other. That's what will make me mad. I don't necessarily have to see Dillon Gabriel below Shedeur Sanders to be happy, but don't sit here and tell me that Dillon Gabriel's still ahead and better than Shedeur Sanders when we just saw him come out and perform like...
I got you.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense. So I think in an ideal world where Shedeur succeeds, not in an ideal world. I think if Shedeur does succeed, like noticeably succeeds, and this is not going, let's say 12 for 20 with a touchdown. No, like he's got to overperform.
We're talking 20 for 25.
Yeah. If he overperforms and not just like, if he just is a game manager, this is not happening, guys. But if he overperforms and he does not move above Dillon Gabriel, that I think will upset more people who are more on like a similar track to me, where I'm like, I see it, but you got to see it in the preseason.
It's funny you said the word game manager because Cam Newton has been a big game manager guy. What if he's the game manager? Because we're not going to get to see the same type of tape that these coaches are going to see. And what if he had no choice but to game manage? He went through all his reads and then he's hitting the dump off. Or he went through all his reads and he's taking the throwaway. Like, that is the type of game manager. Like, are you expecting that out of your 5th round rookie to make those type of game managing decisions out of the gate?
It's tough.
I mean, that could be it. That should be a boost ahead because we haven't seen Dillon Gabriel do it.
Yeah, that is true. And I think at that point, all the trust will go to Kevin Stefanski. And I can tell you for a fact right now, anybody who's really, really pushing a Shedeur agenda will not believe Kevin Stefanski at all. So it's going to be really ugly if that happens. But regardless, we appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate you listening. We will be back after the preseason game. Carolina Panthers, Cleveland Browns. I do have a take I want to rip off before we go. I saw a list. I believe it's Bleacher Report. Best free agent still available. Ezekiel Elliott still out there. Why not? Why not? Short yardage guy. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? I know a lot of Ohio State fans will want that. I don't know.
Only if Judd's out for like 4 or 6 games. I'll be cool with that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate you listening. We'll see you next time on Honor the Land on Big Play Sports Network.